Hey moms, and welcome back to Momestly Me, and today we're hugging a bear. So today is Hug a Bear Day. And it is a day that is set aside to appreciate and love our stuffed animals. There's a lot of articles you can read about it. One of the ones that I looked at just talked about, most everyone has had some sort of lovey, even if not a bear, that's just life. And they use it for comfort, and they've cried on it, they've snuggled it, they've snotted on it when they're sick, like
probably thrown up on
they've
it.
probably thrown up on it or other things. They're in potty training. Yeah, so we are, these are our bears that we're hugging today.
Yes. And one of the ways that we are celebrating our Hug a Bear Day is by donating a bear, and well, 3 bears specifically. So these 2 bears we are going to donate to one of the local teenMOPS groups. So if you don't know what MOPS is, MOPS stands for Mothers of Preschoolers. I'm a member of MOPS, but there are a lot of churches that have teenMOPS programs. And what that is if you're a teenager who is pregnant, has an infant, all the way up to the age of 21 actually, there is a special MOPS group for you. At our church, they're unfortunately not meeting right now, but in the past, what we do at Christmas time is we do stockings for the moms, and we do little gifts for the kids. So we know how many kids they have. Our group has like 6 girls in it. And we also do like donations. And all MOPS groups do this who have a teenMOPS group. You can do like closet donations where you donate old toys, clothes, and the teen moms get to go shopping for free to get things they need for their kids. So that is where these 2 little fluffies are going to go. They're going to go to one of the local teenMOPS groups for their kiddos. The other bear that we're going to donate is through an organization called Together We Rise. And what that organization does is that they help children in foster care. Angel is actually the one who found this organization to begin with. We were going to try to do it earlier in the year, but we feel like the perfect time to sue it. And one of the things where this organization came from, that's important. It was founded by a man. He was young at the time, but he found out, I'm going to click on the About Us so I can tell you how old he was. He found out 11 years ago, Roger inspired us to transform the way thousands of kids experience foster care. Roger was this guy's cousin, and he found out that he was sleeping in a car. He didn't have anywhere to go. And the guy, his name is Danny Mendoza, and he wanted to do things to help him, to try to take him in, but because he was not 21, he could not take Danny in. Not Danny, Roger. Danny could not take Roger in because he was not 21. The rules state to take in a foster child, I guess you have to be 21 years old. So he couldn't take him in, and so he created Together We Rise, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And their vision is to improve the lives of children in foster care who often find themselves forgotten and neglected by the public. They collaborate with individuals, companies, and community partners to bring resources to foster youth and use service learning activities to educate volunteers on issues surrounding the foster care system. They are based in California, but they are countrywide. Like there's a place here in Atlanta. Yeah. There are a couple of places in Georgia. So they are countrywide. They are not state specific.
It's a tricky word.
It is a tricky word. And how we are helping this year is you can go on their website, togetherwerise.org, which is what I have in my hand here, and you can go to shop, and they have all of these awesome things, and we'll like insert it here so you can see the shop and what it looks like. But what we are doing is we are sponsoring a sweet case, and what the sweet case is it says, when you sponsor a sweet case, our team will decorate, assemble, and donate the duffel bag to a foster agency on your behalf. From there, it will be given to a child in foster care who needs it most. Every donation towards our sweet case and they have a teen one too, a teen duffel bag program ensures that children are not forced to carry their most prized possessions in a trash bag. And for this one, the sweet case is for children. They have a separate one for teenagers.
Yeah.
So the sweet case includes a custom decorated duffel bag, and you can do that, by the way, as like a group activity. If you have a group who wants to volunteer, they will send the duffel bags and all the items to your group for you to decorate them with fabric markers and then fill the bags. So, goals. But it comes with a custom decorated duffel bag, a plush teddy bear, a warm blanket, a hygiene kit, and a fun activity, which is like a coloring book, and crayons. So that is what we are sending this year, and it costs $30, which is not a lot considering how much they're giving.
No.
I didn't know that a lot of foster kids don't have a bag.
I don't know that it's not so much that I didn't know, it's that it's not something I would have really thought about.
No.
When I think of foster care, I do think of the really bad stuff, but that just isn't even on. That's just like one more horribly sad part about all of it.
Yeah, that a lot of kids, because I guess sometimes they don't have time when they're taken into the system. They don't have time to get things, and that's heartbreaking.
Well, they lose it, and I'm sure they lose stuff. Like,
I'm sure they do.
Especially if there's like a bunch of other kids and.
Yeah. So, this duffel bag is pretty sizable. Like, there's some pictures of like small kids holding them, and it's a good size bag. So they'll be able to put their clothes in it. If they have other personal items, they'll be able to put those in there as well, which is awesome. And they will have a safe place to keep their things, because that's also something that I was reading, that a lot of the kids in foster care don't have a safe place to keep things that belong to them. So that's what we're doing today. We are celebrating Hug a Bear Day by sending a bear to a child who really needs it, to children who really need it. Yeah. It's really awesome. I'd not heard of this organization before.
I feel like I found them when we were trying to think of we were talking about doing a charity for something else, but I don't remember.
Was it Valentine's Day maybe?
It might have been Valentine's Day. No, I know what it was. So when quarantine first started, people were putting bears in their windows.
Yes.
For kids that were walking neighborhoods with their parents because they were stuck at home, and the bears were, people, it's just one little, happy thing.
Going to bear
yeah, and so that's when I looked into it, was then. But yeah, it's such a simple thing, but I feel like it probably means the world.
I'm sure it does. And what they do is they have connections with many foster care agencies, and so they send these to the agencies who need them the most, is how they're distributed. The bag's not going to come to us. It's going to go straight to where it is needed.
Yeah.
And there are other things they do on there. It is the holidays. They do a stocking. So the stocking can be decorated. I think that one might be $30 as well. You can donate socks. October is actually known as Socktober. And a lot of people do donations of brand new socks for foster kids. So that's something that's in their shop. They have all kinds of things. They even do bicycles. You can sponsor a bicycle or a skateboard. It's really, really a great organization. So definitely look into it. Yeah. If it's in your heart and budget, to be able to donate. It's always an amazing time to help children in need, but this is an especially amazing time to help those kids. So yeah, we will link all of that below. And I think that's it. This is kind of it's kind of a fun thing to do, to be able to give kids things that are kids that are in need, to be able to give them something, even something as simple as a teddy bear. I mean, how old are we? 31, 32, 31. I still have my teddy bear. His name is Mr. Mousy, and Aria currently sleeps with him.
I don't have one.
Did you have one growing up?
Not that I remember.
But
I mean, I used to sleep with like a bunch of stuffed animals, but
yeah.
I mean, Oliver has an elephant that I mean, like, if he gets upset about anything throughout the day, he wants to know where she is, because that's his source of comfort. I actually just sneaked back in his room to get a book out earlier, and I looked over, and he didn't want to put a dang shirt on. Pick your battles. And he's like sprawled out, like on his side, sprawled out like a grown up, with his little pajama pants on, and he's got her like this on his face. He loves her. So
yeah,
having an item of comfort in an otherwise pretty dire situation is just a little piece of light.
It is, absolutely.
And it's a very cheap piece of light,
yeah,
given how much we spend on so many other things.
That's true. So check out Together We Rise. If you want to check out teenMOPS organizations, we'll link that information down below too, to help their kids out during the holidays. And make sure you are subscribed to this channel, like our video, click the bell icon so you get notified when we release other content. Follow us on social media at Momestly on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And
go hug a bear.
Go hug a bear. It's if nothing else, it feels good. When you're stressed, just go hug a bear.
Which is like everybody right now, so.
That's true.
Good timing.
It is good time. All right. See you next time, Moms.